wonderful good day, YouTube. I hope you had a wonderful day or have a wonderful day ahead of you. And it's time for another replay cast. And it's the first time actually for the new stream overlay being shown on YouTube, so I hope you like what you see. Big shout out to Cyrus for making them for me. Then on the one side we have Mirasol, yeah, I think, as Austria picking Mobile Defense Dog. Not the most used commander anymore, but it had definitely its high times back in the days. On the other side we have the Goose, Mr. Caosak, as USF going for Rican support. Which is interesting, because he's a strong believer in the 4 Rifleman build order, and 4 Rifleman build order always screams for infantry company, so it looks like we won't see this build. So far, nothing unusual is happening over here on Crossroads. Both players are keeping relatively defensively, which is actually not 100% true. Caosak is more orientated on the right hand side and going straight for the field there with one Rifleman. Now let's see if he will send more support over. Yes, here we go. A second Rifleman is coming in. Reaclon is capping on the left hand side defensively, so we won't wait that long for a first engagement, which I really like. Crossroads tends to be a more passive and defensive opener there, so I like the early aggressive build order there from Caosak. And here we go, information in Rican Pathfinders on the field. Which, for anyone who wonders, the difference between the information in Pathfinders and normal one is that the information in Rican Pathfinders have one less sniper rifle, therefore a slightly better short range, but in return are slightly worse long range and have less sniping power compared to the normal Pathfinders. And the first engagement went into favor of our Austria player. Full force off there from Caosak. So it didn't play it out that well, I would say. And here we go. Counter tactics have been used. And thanks to the beta or the veterancy or information mod from the German Discord, which I highly advise you guys to check out, you can see what it actually does. So 100%, 150% capture rate and 50% decapture rate. So you can capture the territory really fast with it. A really nice ability there. In comparison to the raid tactics, where infantry gets more line of sight and light vehicles get the ability to cap and get a 250% capture rate. We have a standoff over here on the house, which the Grenadiers should win in the long run. But yeah, MG42 is coming over. Yeah, but it's a great way to stall out the engagement there, right? So Caosak can comfortably take the engagement over here. Now the MG42 and one Grenadier is dig down. Oh, Rifleman has to retreat. But the Reaclon will probably win this engagement. Yeah, Grenadier has to retreat, most of risking a wipe there. And here we go, information in Rican Pathfinder gets the wipe on the retreat there. Meanwhile, we have the Lieutenant Tech out from Caosak and the 50 kills in the build right away. What is Miroslav meanwhile planning? He unlocked Battle Phase 1. Let's see if he will rebuild the Grenadier or will prioritize the tech there. Probably tries to get the decap there on the fuel and then will retreat. But the support of a Grenadier makes the retreat not necessary, so he can full cap there and double fuel will be an option there for Mr. Austria player. And here we go. Counter-attack has been used again. As much as I like the ability, or the usage of the ability, he has to be careful, right? Because if he uses it too often, he will ham-bone himself in the mid-game, because it will delay his heal and the MG42 upgrade there on the Grenadiers. But so far, great usage of a really ability that you don't see that often. Non-existent, I nearly said non-existing ability, but that's not true, right? Because that proves it being used, or it existed. Tier 2 is coming out, so Miroslav is not feeling that he needs to rebuild his Grenadier right away. But he could build it and still have enough resources to get it to Tier 2 right away. 50k over there. And MG42 working greatly together. 50k has to fall back. Grenadier gets the flank. Rifleman is retreating as well. 222 is on the way from Mr. Mirasol. Meanwhile, Caosak tries to regain the control over his side. He has the cutoff, so at least Miroslav is not getting any resources from this point. Grenadier is getting rebuilt. Overall, I would still say Caosak has slight map control lead there. The Grenadier wipe helped him out there greatly. He'll only know coming up. Cutoff gets decapped there. So at the moment, Caosak has map control lead. So let's see if he's able to keep it with the 222 on the field. He is still a little behind regarding fuel. So his... sorry about that. Oh, nice! My 222 might go down. Oh shit, I got the plate smoke has been propped. And 222 will get away alive. But yeah, the good early game pressure there from Miroslav paid off. Caosak will have a delayed not T7, Stewart on the field. I played too much Soviets recently there, how it looks like it. Stewart and mixing up Stewart and T70 there, Keapa. But at the moment, the map control looks really good for Caosak. 222 will soon be back on the field, but it will take some time. Pioneers lacking the magical veteran C2 for more repair speed. Meanwhile, Stewart's on the way. I think Caosak can be is really certain there won't be any telemines. He saw that Miroslav used counter-attack tactics twice. The question though if Caosak knows how expensive it is, because to be honest I wouldn't have known it. And he sees one LMG out and there's heal because the Grenadiers are healed up, so a telemine is not really likely. And Miroslav throws also a P-Gren into the mix, really interesting. You don't see that many P-Grens nowadays, even though it's a really good unit. Just gets slightly outshined there by the Grenadiers. Stewart's on the field directly in tank hunting mode. Counterattacks has been used again. I think he should wait till he has all the LMGs out before he uses the ability again. Because he now really gives Caosak the time to shine and outscale the Grenadiers with his veterancy. Oh. Sorry, recording relatively late to the day on the lazy Sunday, so yeah. Feels like I'm a little bit sleepy there, but should not stop us from enjoying this great game here. AT gun on the way from our Austria player. Mr. Stuart coming over to deny the decap there, or the cap. You're now doing some nice damage there, force off the Grenadier, and as long as the AT gun is not on the field, the Steward will rain terror. 50 cal using the armor piercing rounds, but 222 circle strafing uses the oh shit I got a plate smoke, tries to hide and to get away. Attack on ground failed, but the 50 cal was not smoked in, so it got the kill with the armor piercing rounds. Nice try though. An important pick there from Mr. Caosak. Pioneers coming in, 50 cal setting up. What does the armor piercing shield do? More damage and penetration, so I think it's also worth it against infantry. I'm not sure there though. Rifle grenade there, did some nice damage. Oh, and gets the lieutenant wipe. Really well done there. But the lieutenant did his job, killed it 2-2. But still, a wipe that you don't want to get. Big push towards middle, AT gun is coming forward. Stewart is getting repaired. Pack Howie has been dropped. Paratroopers coming forward, getting the M1919 upgrade right away. Yeah, and support paratroopers actually can plant mines, so it would be interesting to see if he plants some. MG42 inside of the big wooden building there. The rifle nade only does a little bit of health damage there, but still enough to force off the Pathfinders there. Look at them boys go. Probably one of the best elite infantry, at least cost efficiency wise. And here we go, now the M1919 kicks in. And Mirasol without the MG42 upgrades will have a really rough time there fighting those boys off. Do we see the preparation for the Bartek? Nope. I think Caosak should slowly think about getting bars. With Double Fuel Dome he might consider getting a Greyhound for an all-in. Nah, I don't think that might make sense. The window of opportunity for that is probably gone. But the pack Howie will definitely come in handy against camping there.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Is Mirasol getting a Puma? That's actually an interesting question for me. Will he get one of those fast cats there?
Stand by! Orders! M8 ready for battle.
Yeah, full retreat there from Caosak. First I wanted to say he could easily take this engagement, even though the Grenadiers are green cover, but they had no weapon upgrade. But with the incoming support of 2 other Grenadiers, not that likely that he would have won an engagement. And yeah, that's true. The paratroopers are really cheap to reinforce, but still. And look how wrong I was. There's the Greyhound on the field, getting the 50 kill upgrade right away. So double light vehicle play there from Mr. Caosak. Mirasol is taking up. So I highly doubt there will be a Puma because he's getting really close to a P4.
We are losing a sector.
The Greyhound is really good for its timing. It's a really good timing. It's really mobile, it's relatively cheap. And synergizes with the Steward really well there. You can do a really good all-in early game pushes there with it. And overwhelm the enemy there. And looks like Mirasol is not getting the suspected P4, but more of an Ostwind. AT gun will go down, paratroopers have to retreat. One snare's out. But look, that's the power of the double light vehicle. From USF you can really do amazing light all-in pushes there. Nice use of the canister shot, trying to get the wipe. Might get the wipe there. But the Ostwind is not that far, so the Ostwind might be the right reaction there to avoid total wipe out there. I don't know, what do you want to steal there? He tries to destroy the... I think I would have tried to steal the AT gun. And he opts for the MG42 though. Come on bro, you know a Steward won't kill him. Pack 40 there. Ostwind on the field. We'll say Guten Tag to the Rifleman. Rifleman has a rude awakening there, will retreat. Steward didn't retreat it with an engine damage, therefore will die, gets the blinding shot off there. Pack dies not. We have the butterfly bombs coming in. Oh, that might hurt a lot, but nope. But there's no counter to the Ostwind. Ostwind is going in, boys. But the AT gun gets stolen. Rifleman will go down though to the Ostwind, I think. I have no idea what the F is going on there. But I think Caosak is really ahead there at the moment. He won't get the AT gun away though. I think that was a mistake opting for the MG42 instead of the AT gun. Because he still has no AT. He's getting Major Tom now. But with 42 fuel it come... He might survive long enough that he can get out to P4 and then it will hit like a brick. P-Grid, by the way, also got wiped. Gets replaced by a normal Grenadier. So the time for experiment is over, how it looks like it. Now counter-attack is being used, and I think that's the perfect timing for it. Because the majority of the map is really red there, so... You want to gain map control ASAP. Ostwind is coming over. Yeah. We have no Reaclon base anti-tank, but only one Zook, not that much. And Ostwind, how it looks like, does not care. You could push them around, because it's only one Zook, you could push them around so the Zook is not firing against you. But obviously you could then ask a return if this spent micromanagement would then be worth it there. Caosak is now getting a Sherman right away. So the engagement went really into the favor of Caosak there. Really nicely executed there. Pekka barraging in. And once the Sherman is on the field, I really favor Caosak's position. I'm not sure how Mirasol will favor. Not favor. It's late. Then I lose the ability to speak proper English there, Kiapa. Assuming I could ever do that. How the Ostwind will perform there. Ostwind has to do some heavy lifting there. Grenadier goes down. Looks like I had the mild stroke there during the cast here, Kiapa. Zook trying to get the shot in, and Pioneer's just, I'm passing. Grenadier gets rebuilt immediately. Mirasol is busy rebuilding units instead of getting attack on other units on the field that he might need more. And we have the Danger Geschütz on the way. Is it the Desperation Geschütz or is it the right call for this engagement? Only time will tell. Also, we missed. No, we never missed a Rifleman wipe. And he put in the crew from the Greyhound into the Sherman, so it's nearly that one right away. I mean, and now he has just a normal vehicle crew running around as well. Oh, Sherman going for the base inspection there. Oh, Sherman, what are you doing? Sherman will get snared. Unless Mirasol refuses to get the snare out. That was a really missed opportunity for a wipe there. And now the Danger Geschütz on the hunting mission Ostwind is coming in. There's no second line of defense there for Caosak. So this will hurt a lot actually. Danger Geschütz connects there. Look how the tables have turned there once again in this game. What are we witnessing? Is Caosak committing? I mean, Mirasol? Nope. Vehicle crew got emergency measures anti-tank. Ostwind has to blitz away. Should get away, I think. Yes, here we go. Second Pioneer on the way from Mirasol. Yeah, if he got the snare off, he would have killed the Sherman with ease. We have now the captain on the field. And Caosak has now 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, only 4 combat units on the field, but it looks way more than it should. That's a real. That looks like an AI army. Like, everything from every unit a little bit. Oh, Stuck might go down. Nope. Command P4 maybe next, or normal P4, or... Mirasol has some decent map control at the moment, even though it will now shift into the favor of Caosak once again. BP wise, it's relatively close. We are 20 minutes in, but as we know, crossroads can take some time there. AT gun now on the way from Caosak. And yeah, the AT gun will do God's work against the Stuck and the Ostwind, I think, with the Sherman in combination. But you can see that because of the awkward army composition infantry-wise from Caosak, he has some trouble to capitalize on his better anti-tank or better tank situation, or that he has more infantry squads on the field. 50 cal gets the suppression off. Rifleman tries to get some pot shots in against the AT gun, but that won't have any use. Sherman got snared. Stuck should go on a hunting mission, but it's getting repaired instead. Only now committing. There's one zoo close by. Where's the AT gun? AT gun just left the base, so... Is he using the... He should use the repair critical ability. Gets one shot in. Maybe a second shot? No. The Zook was enough to fence off the Stuck. Meanwhile, the Ostwind is having some fun there. Ooh, holy shit, how much damage do the Zooks do against the Ostwind? Ostwind backs up immediately into the... Oh, he might get crushed! And he gets the wipe because he crushed the building there. And now the Austrian should easily get away. He's blitzing. She should have went in a straight line here because of the building as a shot blocker, but it worked out in the end. So no complaints there, and that was really, really well done. If it was intended, we never know. Meanwhile, Mirasol decides to cap with his AT, which is always not the thing that you should do. The thing that you should never do unless it's really desperate or it's a really safe point, because losing an AT gun because it was capping on the side is really, really annoying and should basically never happen. Grenadier vet 0 should retreat there. Should retreat. What is happening? That was... Now he's here because he microed the AT gun, right? So he was a half a screen away there. Completely unnecessary wipe. Sherman is getting repaired. AT gun is setting up. Heck, how he got recruit runs, right? Because it only has one kill. AT gun is opening fire. Ostwind is moving out of the firing gun, still gets a second shot in. Zooks are sitting over there. AT gun is setting up newly again, and that's probably a dead Ostwind. Mirasol is giving the game away. He will, if he keeps on doing that, he will lose the game, even though he was like in the great position twice. How did Sherman died? did the Sherman died? I literally have no idea how the Sherman died. The Stuck was already dead, wasn't it? Did the AT gun got a shot in? But no, the AT gun got recruited. And that should be the final 9 in the coffin. Also, don't cap AT guns with vehicle crews because they have 30 manpower apiece, so it's really a relatively expensive AT gun. Mirasol, in the meantime, rebuilding his MG. Meanwhile, Caosak is now up to one MG42 once again, has a P4 out. But also, Caosak has now double AT gun. It's a mess of a game.
We're losing a capture point.
But according to the trusted source, this game was played really late, and probably both players are extremely tired for not playing up to their potential there. And we have bars now on the Pathfinders. Also, we missed the Rifleman wipe I just saw. So, before getting a shot in and bounces. Get AT gun though, it's not bouncing, gets a penetrating shot in. And looks like we have the border pole. I think it's a border pole. I have no idea. Flying through the screen. Oh, Grenadier might go down. Here we go, Grenadier dies and leaves his MG42 behind. Nice try there from Caosak, going for hold fire so he is not losing his shot there against something else, so he can get the shot against the Grenadier, but it missed. Meanwhile, Sherman is going on over here. Sherman is in the base inspection sector there. Looks like it Caosak has a lot of base inspectors. The Department of Base Inspections is doing fine how it looks like it. Sherman will now come in and finish off the Sherman. Second Sherman should go in, I think, yeah. Mirasol in the meantime tries to save his final bits of his army, but the damage has been done. He's down to one Grenadier. AT gun is out. Sherman gets killed. But with only one Grenadier. Oh, sorry. And one MG. I don't know if Mirasol can turn the tides there. Sherman P4 pops the smoke to get away. An ambush by vehicle crews. Designed to anti-tank crew duty runs now. I don't know what Mirasol can do anymore. I think the game is over. New Sherman is on the way.
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
Triple cap is now coming in. Actually, only double cap. Once Caosak sends Major Tom over to cap over here. Stück number 2. Is this a real Stück or is it again, or is it this time a desperation Geschütz? You can decide after the cast, I guess. The first Stück definitely was not a desperation Geschütz. But will this Stück be different? We have to be careful that he is not losing his engineers to the pack Powie barrage. He reacts there. Where's the AT gun? AT gun is capping over here. That's the issue when you use your AT gun for capping because you lack infantry. Oh, I don't know why I started to yawn so much. I'm terribly sorry. But yeah, Because the AT gun was capping, it was not over here, so the Sherman was able to get the pop shot in without any return fire. Second MG42 on the way from Mirasol. Sherman now gets a shot in. Second shot in. P4 blitzes in. Sherman goes down. But P4 also now in an uncomfortable position there. Let's go, Stuck. Make Dane proud. Don't be a desperation geschütz. P4 should be fine. Sherman goes down, but the Stuck will also go down in return. Gets abandoned. Butterfly bombs are coming in. He's trying to hide P4 there. Gets a decrew on the AT gun there. Now he's a red pinned, he can safely retreat with his P4. Might get even the squish there. Nope. Caosak reacted there on time, but MG still decrewed. AT gun gets recaptured, Stuck still decrewed. I'm not sure. He should see it, right? Yeah, Caosak sees it. So it got the kill, so you can't call it a desperation geschütz, right? But it was not the most efficient unit there for Mirasol nonetheless. But on the other hand, it secured 2 Sherman wipes there. But with the insane amount of resource income or fuel income for Caosak, it really does not matter. He's trying to destroy the cover there. Glorious. They shot. How the fuck did they shot through earlier? Like, why? How? Major Tom will go down. Nope. P4 was now ready to kill once again. Look, this game is so weird, man. Look at the army composition from Caosak and from the army composition from Mirasol, and then what the F is going on? Butterfly bombs are coming in. Gets a wipe.
A capture point is under attack. The enemy is overrunning one of our
P4 is coming in. This area is perfect for squishing infantry squads when they are ballsy and you have a tank. AT gun is setting up. Gets a shot in. P4 Sherman bounces. Where's the AT gun over here? Again, capping and not fighting, therefore not in the right position. Sherman is going for a base inspection. AT gun is setting up there, will get a shot in. Yeah, Caosak will just destroy the heal to inflict insult to injury there. AT gun connects, snare will go off, but there's nothing to finish the Sherman because the P4 is still repairing. AT is moving up, MG is moving up. He could smoke. New Grenadiers on the way. MG now going up for the infamous crossroads cut-off lock there, which you don't see that often anymore nowadays. AT gun gets the recruit before going in, even though it's not fully repaired. AT gun is setting up.
Goose-steppers down to 100 points.
Hekawi penetrating as well, Sherman not penetrating. Attack on ground. Here we go. Sherman will get away. And looks like Army Group Central reports total wipe out there. Will he get the snare off? Sherman goes down, but it does not matter. Mirasol has no army left, so yeah, the game is pretty much over. And here we go, the GG has been called. An interesting game, I would say. Let's have a quick look at the stats before we call it. Even though they probably won't be that interesting, but just that we see everything. And nobody can create that I'm not giving all the information that you might want to have. It was a messy game, but as we know, messy games are the fun ones. If everything is executed perfectly fine, there's nothing that you can laugh at. KD-wise, relatively even, you could even say, considering how the game went. At least you have a lot of captures on both sides from territory, which really tells it was a really like mobile game. And there was a lot of back and forth, which kind of is true. So yeah. 9 grenadiers, but building 9 grenadiers. Oh, that hurts. Yeah. Maybe it was a late night game. Or it was actually, so no harm was done there. And it was really entertaining with the desperation issues or desperation measures from both players and the Department of Base Inspections there. So if you like what you saw and want to support me, feel free to subscribe on YouTube or to follow me on YouTube, not on YouTube, on Twitch. And stay tuned for more casts in the future.